So I've gotten quite a few comments lately from people saying that AI is going to kill off stock photography completely. I don't disagree that AI will have a huge impact on stock photography. I mean, AI is having an impact on so many industries right now. Even on YouTube, there's AI-generated YouTube channels now, there's AI-generated writing, designs, everything. I'm certainly not an expert on AI, but I can see how it's creeping its way into everything. So as a stock content creator, what do? I can understand the feelings that people have around this. I went to Adobe Stock last night and played around with their AI generating tool. It is so good. So this got me thinking, what do you, as a photographer, shoot in the world of AI? Well, it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to create photos like these and these anymore. The amount of time and effort it takes to create a scene like this, when AI can do it in literal seconds, is just not worth the time. Photos of people making faces in front of a white backdrop, photos like that can be AI generated pretty quickly and easily. A photo of an animal dressed up in a very specific costume, AI can handle it. 2 flags blowing in the wind at sunset depicting a transatlantic partnership, easy for AI to do. In my opinion, the most opportunity lies in editorial content, especially footage, content that cannot be replicated by a machine. Here's where AI tools can't compete, in my opinion. One is editorial content that takes a more documentary or journalistic approach. Photos and videos of historical events, such as protests, speeches, any sort of political happenings in the world. If you're outside the White House documenting a protest, that actually happened in real life, and you, as a stock creator, can record history. That cannot be generated by AI, at least not accurately. There will continue to be a need for photos and videos of news events in the world, and if you can provide that content, you're still going to be able to sell your photos and videos. Photos of celebrities, politicians, athletes, real-life humans that people may be searching for, those can't be generated by AI on the stock platforms at this time. 2 is editorial content of non-political events, but events that document a real-life happening, such as Black Friday shoppers lining up outside of the Apple Store, or things of that nature. You can definitely ask AI to create fake scenes that mimic real ones, but when potential stock clients are searching for something that actually happened in real life, they're not going to want that. 3 is editorial content of very specific places. I'm not talking about the pyramids of Giza or places so popular that even AI has been able to replicate them. I'm talking about the buildings, shops, signs, businesses, and places in everyday life that people need photos and videos of, but that are not world famous enough to be AI generated. And honestly, even when it comes to popular landmarks, I've asked AI generators to create images of them, and while some of them are quite beautiful, they are often unrealistic. And the areas surrounding the landmark are fictional or have fictional elements. Look at these AI generations of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. You can tell that they're supposed to be the Lincoln, but everything around and inside the monument is so totally off. Here's another AI generation of the White House. Although the images are pretty, that's not what the White House looks like. And finally, look at these AI-generated aerial views of Washington, D.C. You can tell that this is supposed to be Washington, D.C., but all of the buildings are in the wrong places and there are so many inaccuracies. I mean, in one picture there's 2 Washington monuments, a big one and a tiny one. So I definitely think that there will continue to be a need for photography that accurately depicts places. 4 is editorial product photography. These AI generators on the stock platforms themselves do not at this point create images of branded objects with logos on them. Like, for example, a Target gift card or something of that nature. If people want photos and videos that advertise Amazon Prime Day or things of that nature, they can't rely on AI for that. If someone's looking for a photo or video of the new Subaru Forester that just came out and they're writing an article about it, they can't rely on AI for that photo either. So this is where I think you can continue to do well as a stock contributor, the editorial side. While AI shines when it comes to creating commercial content, AI cannot replace you when it comes to accurately depicting real-life historical events and places. And even if AI can, hypothetically, create a photo of the president sitting on the beach somewhere sipping a margarita, the ethics of that would be questionable because it didn't actually happen. So I don't think we have to worry about that being a feature on stock platforms, at least not at this time. Document real-life happenings, places, branded products, and celebrities, and you're not replaceable by AI. So if you're uploading generic photos of sunsets, flowers, roses, clouds in the sky, well, that kind of thing was already oversaturated long before AI. But with the oversaturation of those kinds of images and the work of AI, I mean, don't even bother. But if you're out in the world and you stumble across interesting places or interesting happenings or something political is going on and you just happen to be there, bring out that photojournalist inside of you and document that. And as I've been saying for the past couple of years, focus mostly on videos, not so much on photos. Video should be priority and photos are secondary, and even more so in the world of AI. Right now, the stock platforms themselves are offering photo-generating AI services, but not video-generating services. That could change in the future, of course, but regardless, the profitability of video sales is still much greater than photo sales. And in general, there's also a bit less competition with video than with photos. On Shutterstock, I have around 2,100 videos for sale and 6,600 photos for sale. That means 25% of my portfolio consists of videos. However, in the past 12 months, 64% of my earnings came from video sales. Even though 75% of my portfolio consists of photos, only 36% of my earnings came from photos. 2 years ago, when I analyzed my numbers, my portfolio at the time was 20% videos and 80% photos, and 78% of my earnings at the time came from video sales and 22% came from photo sales. These numbers have fluctuated based on the content, of course, but the general trend is clear. Videos, in my case, always outperform photos. So back to AI. As AI continues to make its way into all career fields and our daily life, this is a subject that isn't just relevant to photography. It's relevant to everything. Our crafts and focus may have to change, but there will still be a place for them in the world. It may just look a little bit different. I could be totally wrong about all of this, but these are just some of my late night thoughts that I put into words. What do you think? How do you see your craft fitting into the world of AI? Let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Nicole and I make videos about all things photography, whether it's stock photography, camera gear, or just documenting the joy of capturing images. So feel free to subscribe. I'd love it if you stuck around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.